how do we access this? Where to from here? Where can you go with this? Yeah, I want to run through that. So let me just grab my little folder here. Now, we used to teach a 3-day workshop, which is called the Allknowing workshop. And that was where we would teach you how to connect directly to universal intelligence. You'd clear all your self-doubt, what we call the ego. You'd create a oneness connection in your mind to access in your brain to access universal intelligence, teach you how to go into your subconscious mind, and teach you how to go into your body's intelligence and heal your body. We used to do a 3-day workshop. And we used to charge about $650 for that. That's what we just did in America. We're not doing that anymore. We want you to have that for free. So we're going to give that to every single one of you. Yeah? It's going to be online. You're going to do these modules online. I know Marita's been doing them. Yeah? So for those of you who are interested, we'll send you out those modules and you can start this. Just go with it. No waiting, no nothing. We'll be on the web. It'll be me and you online together. And you'll get to learn how to do all this stuff. So once you do that, you're going to learn, you're going to have access to infinite intelligence. And what's really important is, as I said, what stops us from accessing more and more information, you can go from where you are now into dial-up and then being into permanent cable connection. What stops that is just how many self-doubts and limiting beliefs you're carrying. So we kind of go like this and we let a little bit in and we start trusting ourselves. Antenna opens up, trust more and more and more until it's like this, until it's just it's just there, on tap. And that journey doesn't have to take a long time. It could take a week, it could take a month, it could take a couple of years. It depends on you. So we're going to give you access to those modules and you can just start that the minute we get settled in, and remember to send them off to everyone. For those of you who feel it's your calling to go further, to be able to do what I've been demonstrating today, we call that the Universal Intelligence Mentor. And that's a training program where you're able to tap in, you start working with other people. So we're all about mastering yourself, clean up your backyard first before you start messing around in other people's. Once that's done, then you start working with other people. So we have those 3 modules, then we have the mentor program. And the program consists of self-mastery and then mentor training. So self-mastery, again, all about you, and mentor training, all about other people. So do you want me to take you through what's involved in those programs? Yeah, some of you do? Yes? Good. I was going to anyway. All right, so very important. The very first thing you're going to do after the 3 modules, what we call inner strength. And this is the ability to overcome self-sabotage, to overcome those blocks. Oh, I won't make that phone call today. Oh, I won't make that sale today, or I won't go after that relationship today. That sabotage, the thing that stops us. We're going to teach you how to connect into the energy of the sabotage and the energy of truth so you can shift that in an instant. Very powerful experience. The next module we're going to do is called identity. And this is about, you start looking at who you think you are. It's actually based on 12 key pillars, 12 key identity traits. So one of the fastest ways to shift these limiting beliefs is to knock out these pillars. Now, I had this experience. I was out in Noosa Beach, and I normally do my swimming off to the right, and I got the guidance to go to the left. It's like, left? What do I go to the left for? That's weird. So I went swimming off to the left. And before I know it, I'm swimming and swimming and swimming, and all of a sudden, I'm not moving anywhere. I'm swimming, but I ain't moving anywhere. Great, I'm in a rip. I was overcome with fear and panic and anxiety, which is absolutely beside myself. Yet there was this very clear voice, very, very clear, that said, lie on your back. You're going to be fine. My voice was saying, I'm going to be dead in about 3 minutes. Let's just get this over with. I'm not lying on my back. That's a waste of time. I'm going to be dead. So you're going to be fine. Lie on your back. Fine. Laying on my back, kicked and screamed. As I kind of composed myself, I was still in absolute fits of fear. And I was shown to my left, there was this guy just standing there. I was like, swim to him. He's standing. Oh, good. I'll swim to him. So I was fine. So I went home. I said, what's with that? You should take me into a rip? What kind of guidance do you call that? And it was very clear that this is very important because you're overcome with fear. These fears are based on these pillars. When you clear these pillars, you no longer succumb to these basic instincts, and you have a far greater impact or empowerment over your life. And I was showing the key pillars of identity. You start knocking them out, all of a sudden universal intelligence is just on tap. Next one. Inner purpose. For those of you who are seeking, what is my gift to give in this world? What is this extraordinary ability or contribution I'm here to make? So we look at that. We start clearing what's in the way of you allowing in that purpose. Very important. Life opens up and flourishes the more we're in alignment with our own purpose. Next thing we look at is inner wealth. Inner wealth is about what blockages are in my way to creating financial flow. What is my financial flow? I know Robert Kiyosaki's is investing in property. I know this person's investing in shares. I know this person's investing in plutonium or whatever it is. But do I need to be doing that? There's so many distractions. There's so many options. But what's our flow? We go into fear. Am I going to miss out and miss out? So we go into what is in your highest good to create that financial flow. And how do you stay true to that and not get derailed by all the distractions out in the world? The next thing we look at is inner relationships. And this is more about your relationship with yourself than your relationship with other people. Your relationship with other people is a projection of what's going on in here. So the more you clear up in here, the more the relationships out there flourish and thrive, and the deeper you get to connect with other people. And I've seen that with myself, with my relationship with Sonny and my kids. When my son was first born, all he would have to do is cry, and it would set off this rage and anger. You're like, that's insane. They're so disproportionate to what's actually happening. And what I got to see was, it was the reaction my parents would give me every time I cried. And I had been imprinted by that. And it was to do with how much they hated me every time I cried. So every time he cried, it would bring up that belief and that experience. And the more I healed that, the more space there was for love and appreciation for him. Same with Sonia. The more I've been able to heal my resentment or mistrust of women and so on, the more I can see her for her divine self. These connections depend on what's going on in here. The next thing we're going to do with you guys is take you to inner sanctuary. This is such a powerful one because there's this phenomenon going on in our reality that most people don't know about. Well, there's about 1 billion phenomena that we don't know about. But this one affects all of us in some way. Who's had the experience of catching up with a friend, leaving that experience feeling completely exhausted and drained? Yeah. Who's had the experience of you walking along, all of a sudden there's this sharp pain, whack. What's with that? You ever had that experience? Yeah. Or you wake up in the morning, you had a sleep, and your neck, everything's so sore. Okay, there's this phenomenon we call energetic attacks or energetic intrusions. Now, what you may have picked up on so far is that our thoughts affect our physical body. Yeah? We move our physical body through our thoughts, and negative thoughts affect us negatively. So the body is thought reactive. It doesn't limit itself to just our thoughts, though. So when we're encountering people that dislike us, resent us, are jealous of us, and they're throwing their anger and jealousy, that actually hits and it actually hurts. And sometimes their energy stays in us. And for me, out of our experience, it's one of the biggest causes of suicidal depression. When people come to us in that space and we look at them, it's like, hang on, that's not even coming from you. That's somebody else's energy in you. And you might have a better idea if I explain it like this. You know, we get angry. Anyone ever been angry at someone and you can't stop thinking about them for the rest of the day? You just can't get them out of your head? That's because they're actually inside you. Their energy is in you. Here's another example you might find entertaining. Anyone had this experience of just being around someone, all of a sudden you feel all this sexual arousal? You're like, I don't even think of that person like that. What's going on? Yeah. Or guys, you've ever been walking on the beach, this beautiful woman walks past and you're like, oh, I'm so in love with her. David? Never happened? Not anymore. Oh, that's good. You've transcended that. Yeah. So sexual energy is used as an attack. Women use it to guys to get our attention. Guys use it to women. Women are much more skilled at it than us. But sexual energy is also a form of attack. It's like women, you've experienced walking through an area and all of a sudden you feel almost raped by the way people have looked at you. They throw energy at you. So energetic attack is actually this intrusion of other people's thoughts and intentions, and they affect our physical health, they affect our mental health, so we start thinking what those thoughts are. We had a friend from America and he was staying with us and he got himself into such a depression that he was verging on suicidal. Well, he practically was. And in that time, before we were able to shift that, I started having suicidal thoughts. I was like, what is going on? I'm back in Noosa, everything's happy. And I realized because the mind thought just permeates, you beam it out there, I was perceiving, because I'm so sensitive to energy, I was perceiving all of his thoughts. They weren't mine at all. And once he left, all of a sudden, back in the game. So energetic attack. So we teach you how to shield yourself from energetic attack, how to remove the causes of energetic attack, and how to shield and protect physical environments from that. Okay? Very important. Next one we do is connecting to nature. Nature is a library. Thanks so much, Tracy. Nature is a library. We teach you how to open your awareness to connecting to the stars, the galaxies, animals, the trees, Earth. What is the information? What does the Earth want you to know? What does Earth want you to do? How to help? Start opening yourself up to that. Connect to the wisdom of nature. The animals. What is each animal? What intelligence and energy does each species bring to this earth? And what is it there to teach us? And it's very important because every time we obliterate a species, we lose that contribution. It's like, for example, the tigers bring an energy of wisdom and strength. If you obliterate that species, that energy is no longer grounded in our experience. They ground energies, like crystals ground certain energies here that leaves the plane. So very important to learn that. Next thing we do, what we discussed today, future projection. How to elevate, how to see over multiple time and space, different times, different years, different outcomes, different variables, all these things. And then how to backtrack and heal that and clean that up so you're actually in control of your future. You're not just living into your future going, oh, this is the future I was always meant to have. You've got about 100,000 possible futures. So we teach you how to do that. And then the next thing we're going to teach you is what we call inner 12. And this is actually about working at a DNA level. And what you might be surprised to hear is that you actually have the capability for not just a 2-strand DNA, but a 12-strand DNA or 148-strand DNA and more and more and more and more. The DNA is a connection to all different parts of our universal intelligence. And the more we open up that DNA to that, the more information we've got coming in. Not in an overwhelm, but expanded, on tap. And that's the self-mastery program. And then after that, if you are feeling the mentor way is for you, you have a calling to help people the way we've demonstrated today, then we teach you how to do that. We teach you how to work with clients. Not just physically in front, we do this over the phone, we do it over the internet. Doesn't matter, there's no boundaries, geographic or not. We help people all over the world. People write us a question over email and we can tap in, give an answer. There's no limit. The only limit is your belief. And we have a mentor training starting soon. Pam, when's the next one?
It's next week on the 19th.
19th. Thursday, Friday, self-mastery, and then when? Monday to Wednesday. So we've got one coming up in Noosa next week, then we're going to do one in Hawaii, and then we're going to do one back in Noosa. Hawaii's in May, and next one will be in Noosa in September. If that's of interest to you, go and talk to Sonia and Pam afterwards. I'm not going to spend any more time, but that will be for them to share with you about that. Now, before we complete tonight, I just want to say you guys have been awesome. You've been really open, which makes our life just a pleasure. Does anyone have any final questions before we wrap up? I was pretty thorough. Yes. Have I written a book? Yes, I have. It's called The Allknowing Diary, and it's for sale at the back there. And if anyone's got a copy, we'll buy a copy today, and I'll put a little scribble in it for you. And those of you who referred friends, get your copy, and you get a little autograph as well if that's meaningful. So the All-Knowing Diary goes into a lot more detail about what we've covered today, and also step-by-step instructions how to bring universal intelligence in the back of the book. So if you want to introduce it to people that you know who haven't been able to be here today, it's a great gift for people. So it's not just a book, it's like a home study course. Yeah. Bargain. $20 today. Absolute bargain. Any more questions? As you can hear, my voice is running out. So, no, nothing else? You're all good? Awesome. Well done, everyone. Thank you. We hope to see you guys all again very soon, and we'll let you know when the next kind of event like this is on, whether it's a When Doctors Don't Know or a Beyond the Mind. We'll keep you up to date, and we'll send you out those modules so you can get started. That's very exciting. Modules 1, 2, and 3 coming your way. We'll see you soon.